What's up, you guys? I am Extra Eric, and today I am going to be ranking every song on Little Mix's iconic album, LM5. LM5 was such an epic album, and it served so many moments, and it was such an important album for the ladies to release. It really was an album of empowerment and them really delivering what they wanted to deliver. And mixers know how truly underrated this album was because there are so many incredibly powerful songs on it. For this video, I am going to be ranking my favorite songs on this album, and it doesn't necessarily mean that these are technically the best songs. These are just the songs that I love the most, and if I had to rank this album, even though every song literally would be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 because it's perfection, this is the ranking I would have to deliver, mostly based on like how much I listen to each song, how these songs connect with me as a mixer, just like what I love that only Little Mix can deliver. There's so many different things that go into this ranking, and I don't even know how I'm going to deliver it because every song is so good, but I'm gonna give it a shot. And for all the mixers out there, I want you to put in the comments what your ranking of LM5 would be, and I wanna know if you agree or disagree with me at any step of the process. I have a feeling that my ranking is gonna be a little bit controversial, only because I feel like certain songs I'm putting towards the bottom, I know certain like die-hard mixers truly love, so it's gonna be fun to do this. And just so you know, for this video, I'm going to be ranking the deluxe edition version of LM5 only because I really need to have Forget You Not included in this, because you will see as I get into the ranking where I place it, but we cannot have a discussion about LM5 without including Forget You Not. I am going to be cutting out 3 other tracks from the deluxe edition only because we really want to focus on all of the album tracks, and those are going to be Only You, which is Cheat Codes featuring Little Mix. That was really their song, so I'm going to leave that out of this. I am going to leave The Cure stripped only because we're going to focus in on The Cure, and I'm also going to leave out the National Anthem only because I feel like you can't really compare that as almost an interlude against the rest of the album. So that leaves us 15 total tracks that we are going to dive in. So let's get started. Now, as difficult as it was to rank these songs from 1 to 15, number 15 is actually the easiest choice I had to make as my least favorite song on the album. This is a song I always skipped past, I always jumped by it. It never really made me feel too much, I didn't connect with it always, and overall it just is like, it's a fantastic song, but it just to me is something that's like a filler track almost. And I know a lot of mixers are going to love this song, and I know that you're going to be like, oh my god, how the hell do you put this at number 15? Like I said, it's just a song I always skip the most. I never listen to it too much. So up at number 15 is Notice. In terms of ballads on the album, I love the other ones so much more, and like I said, I just don't connect with Notice that much. I don't know why, it just doesn't make me feel a lot of feelings that the other songs do. And even though it is a fantastic song and their vocals are flawless as always, and it overall is a really great song, unfortunately it's just the one I connected with least, and I have to put a song at number 15, so that's why Notice is coming in at number 15. Now up at number 14 is going to be another controversial choice because I know this is actually a lot of diehard mixers, some of their favorite songs, and even though I love everything about this song, it once again is a song that I'm only putting so far down the list because I have to. Please don't hate me for this, but up at number 14 is going to be Woman's World. I love that Little Mix delivered this song because it is such an important message, and it's something that as a band, what they stand for, it really is turning it all into a fantastic song. This is such an important song to have on this album, and it's incredible to think that it's a bonus track when it really could be its own standalone song on the album. But I love the song overall. I love the message behind it. It is a song that the world needs, and it's a song that is even more powerful coming from Little Mix and having those powerful ladies delivering it. The only reason I'm putting this song so low is because I love so many of the other songs more, so let's jump to the rest of the album. Up at number 13 is a song that I loved initially when I first heard it. It was probably one of the songs on first listen that stuck out to me the most, and I was like, wow, Little Mix did that. But as time has passed, it's fallen down my list in terms of favorites, not for any particular reason. It's once again just because I love so many of the other songs more. So up at number 13 is Strip featuring Sharaya J. I love how unique this song is, and I love the way they deliver the lyrics, and I was gagged immediately once I heard the high heel stepping in the first verse and going throughout the song. It is such a moment, it is such an anthem. And not only did they just make an empowering song, they really made it so unique with the different sounds, the way they delivered the lyrics, the way that they played with sounds and the production. There's just so much to this song that makes it so big. And just like Woman's World, Strip is a song the world needs to hear, and it's so important that they are putting this kind of music out into the world because they are doing it flawlessly. They were really empowering all their fans worldwide. And this is a song so many different people can connect to no matter how you identify. It just goes to show the power of their songwriting and what they're able to do as artists. They have delivered us so many different moments, and this was something that needed to be heard on the album, and I'm so glad that this is on it. it. Let's move on to number 12, which is a song that when I first heard the album, it wasn't a song that immediately stood out to me, but the more I got into listen to it, I really fell in love with it because I was shook from the sample when it was included, which is a clear giveaway. But up at number 12 is Love a Girl Right. I believe it was Lee who had the idea to sample Sisqó's Thong Song, and that song in the US was such an incredibly huge song. Like, it still lives on to this day, but it's also just such like a male song. It is just the classic stereotypes in pop music. So I love so much how they decided to get playful with the sample and with the lyrics and really spin it on its head and create an entirely different meaning from the female point of view. I think sonically it probably stands out a bit more from the rest of the album, but as a whole, the message perfectly ties into everything that LM5 stands for. I think Love a Girl Right is really an underrated song, and I think a lot of people tend to look past it because there's so many incredible songs on this album that sometimes this one doesn't necessarily jump right to the top of people's list, but I think it's a fantastic moment on the record, and it's a moment that really stands out to me, which is why I am ranking it at number 12. Up to number 11, which is a song I love so much because I love when the ladies deliver us an incredibly powerful song, and the feature is one of the most important as well. But up at number 11 is More Than Words featuring Camille. For those of you that may not know, Camille is one of the ladies' longtime songwriters, and she has delivered us so many incredible moments with Little Mix, and More Than Words is definitely one of those. I think this song on this album is probably one of the top moments that really showcase the true talent that Little Mix has. There's so many things and emotions that I feel listening to this song that I don't even know how to like put it into words because the song is truly that good, but I just love when their voices and the production kick in the chorus and it just gets so big and it's so anthemic. And what I love so much about More Than Words is how they put little Easter eggs like in the second verse when they say things like, and when the world tried to break us, we found magic and we grew stronger through every line, because they were tying into all of the other songs like in the Get Weird era that they were growing throughout the process. It's just, there's so many different elements to this, and as a mixer, it's just such a mixer song. And I always remember for some reason that this was the song Sam Smith put in his Insta story like right when the album dropped and was like, incredible ladies. When certain talented artists showcase certain songs like that, it for some reason always sticks with me. And I feel like Sam Smith noticing this song really just shows you how incredible this song is. We are now moving into the top 10 with a song that I feel like is such a great definition of Little Mix. Up at number 10 is Told You So. These ladies are such a strong unit, and they really stand for friendship, and they are just an unbreakable pact, which is why Told You So is just so important. Going back to Destiny's Child and beyond, there is such a sisterhood aspect of girl groups, and Told You So is the perfect example of that. It just sticks with you, and I feel like we can all relate to this song with our own friends in so many ways, and that's why I love it so much too, because it's just like the girls being so relatable to the rest of us. The harmonies on this song, just like the rest of the album, are so euphoric, and the way that they sing the lyrics, it's just, it blows your mind. I live for the way they serve the lyrics on this song too, with like the little pauses when they do things like, he's never gonna love you like we do. I can't sing, but you know exactly what I mean. Those fun parts, the way that they hit the lyrics like that and serve different moments, it is just so good. Up at number 9 is a song that I could say a million things about because it really is one of the most powerful moments on the album. But once again, the only reason I'm putting it at number 9 is just that's where it falls on my favorite list and how much I listen to everything and what I connect with. And up at number 9 for my favorite songs on LM5 is Monster in Me. I know, Extra Eric, how could you do Monster in Me so dirty, yada yada yada. I get it. It's just, we're ranking perfection here, and this is where it falls. Monster in Me showcases the true talent that Little Mix have, the way that they can harmonize, the way that they can deliver lyrics, the way that they can sing. Monster in Me proves that there is no other group on the planet like Little Mix. I never got to witness the LM5 tour or any real Little Mix tour because I live in the US. Monster in Me is a song that I would die to see live because I feel like live it translates so differently, and I feel like it will be on a whole nother level when you get to experience it with a stadium full of people. Let's keep the list going as we are halfway through the album. Up at number 8 is probably one of the most underrated songs on the album, and it is Think About Us. Think About Us is a song that for some reason I kept skipping at the beginning. I never connected to it immediately, and I don't know why I never really gave it a true chance, but over time, I feel like Think About Us is one of like the growers on the album that it just becomes one of your favorite songs. I think the single potential of Think About Us is also very sneaky because you have so many different iconic moments like Wasabi and Monster in Me and Motivate and Strip. You have so many many fun like songs that really catch your attention immediately, but Think About Us really has that long-lasting staying power that a single needs to have, and it really surprises me that it didn't even do much in America. Because I feel like it's a song that we would love here, and I feel like if a lot of people were able to discover it, it would be even bigger. And Perry's vocals on the chorus as always, but I think on this song, even when you say the title, Think About Us, like you just hear her saying it in your head because it's so defined. And I also love too, like the playfulness, like I do think about you. It's just so fun. Number 7 was a song that I was gagged immediately when I saw the title and I saw the feature on it, because if there was one thing you know about me, it is how much I stan not just Little Mix, but the feature. Up at number 7 is Woman Like Me featuring Nicki Minaj. I am such a barb. I am like the biggest Nicki Minaj fan. I feel like a lot of people don't know that about me, but I literally will blindly follow Nicki Minaj and like anywhere, anytime. She is the queen. Everything she does is iconic. Her lyrics and how she raps is just, she is on a level of her own, and I feel like there's just nobody in the world that has done anything like Nicki Minaj has. There was only one Nicki Minaj, and I live for how much the girls love her too, and I still am so gagged when they first dropped the feature and there was all that Cardi stupid drama that was happening, and they posted the video of the receipts of all of them in the interviews over the years saying, I want to collab with Nicki Minaj, I want to collab with Nicki Minaj. That still is like one of the pettiest, shadiest moments I have ever seen in my life, and I want to know who made that compilation video because it truly has given me so much life. But Little Mix and Nicki Minaj coming together for me was just such, I still can't even fathom it, and I love more than anything is that Nicki delivered an incredible verse on the song. Woman Like Me was the perfect intro into LM5, and it really is the perfect overarching song for the entire theme and the messages of this album. The looks that they gave us in this video, like that bus thing or whatever, where they were in the back in the all black, they were stunning. And I also cannot stop thinking about Nicki Minaj's tits and that damn image when she delivered her verse. So iconic. Everything about this was so flawless, and it really was a fantastic lead single. Up at number 6 is a song that I immediately put into my top 3 when I was first making the list, and before I started moving everything around, and I was like, it's killing me that it's not in my top 5, but the top 5 are so strong that there's no other place I can put the song besides number 6, and as much as it kills me, this has always remained a favorite song. And up at number 6 for my favorite songs on LM5 is American Boy. Now, imagine an American boy like myself, a US mixer who stands these ladies. This is the one song that I have been waiting for. This song makes me so happy. The song is so fantastic, and what I loved is when the album dropped, so many of my friends found out about the song and everybody else loved it just as much too. What I love about American Boy is that the song isn't like some massive anthem of a pop song. It's not like some of the other songs on LM5, but the song is just so catchy and so fun, and it just sucks you in from the start, and you're bopping because it's such a bop. The one thing I need more than anything in the world is that when we finally get our US headlining Little Mix show that we have so earned and deserve, I would love to see American Boy featured in such a fun way. I feel like it's a song that you can like pull up a fan on stage or like do something with, and if that's the case, I'm ready. Okay, we have made it to the top 5. All of these songs are so iconic. They are truly songs only Little Mix can deliver, and if you know me, you would not be surprised to find out that these are my top 5 favorite songs on LM5. Up at number 5 is a song that I have lost it since the second it dropped, and it is Joan of Arc. I love Joan of Arc so much, and what makes me love it even more is how much the ladies love this song. Like, to me, this song screams Jade, but they all get into it. It really kills me that we never got the official music video for Joan of Arc, but those teaser clips that we got, like, they're just mind-blowing. And I feel like what they could have delivered on a song like Joan of Arc is just something we couldn't be prepared for. I live for all of like the little gay touches that were thrown in on the production and the creation of this song. It kind of taps into that Wasabi nature. Fanning myself, I'm standing myself. Name a more iconic lyric, I dare you. Joan of Arc is one of the other songs on LM5 that I just have to experience live. All of the top 5 are, but of course Joan of Arc, because I feel like when you're with like other mixers and you're in a crowd, it just amplifies it so much. Words cannot describe how good Joan of Arc is. Let's keep the list moving to number 4, which is one of my all-time favorite live performances that the girls have been delivered. It also ties into one of the other deluxe edition tracks, and it is The Cure. The Cure, when I tell you, just takes my breath away. Every time I listen to it, when I'm in the car, I am belting the words, and it doesn't sound good, but I am belting the lyrics to this song so much, and This song makes me feel so much and like things I didn't even know I could feel. I have some friends that are mixers, and whenever we talk about our favorite songs from LM5, because we all have such different tastes, The Cure easily is in everybody's top songs just because it is such the perfect song. Let me tell you, when they performed this song at that Apple Music event, I was truly just like scalped the entire time. The way they kicked off the lyrics, they were so sultry, and the way they were singing them, the song just kept getting bigger as it went on. It just showcases the power of The Cure, and even when you strip it back, the song is just as powerful as the produced version. And when you can do that with a song, that is how you know you have an incredible song, is when you can strip back every layer from it and it still is just as powerful, if not more. Now we are in the top 3, and my top 3 favorite songs from LM5 are exactly why I love Little Mix. And once again, if you know me, you would not be surprised to know that these are my top 3. Up at number 3 is a song that when Perry first put it on Instagram and had Alex singing along to it in the car, I lost my mind. When I tell you, I was like, what is this sound? I've never heard anything like it. Oh my God, like we need this. It has to come. Like, what is this? Hearing this song like still takes my breath away because I just love how good it is. Up at number 3 is Forget You Not. Forget You Not is the real reason that I am ranking the deluxe edition version of this album, because I could not talk about LM5 without including Forget You Not. Words cannot describe how good this song is, and it's similar to American Boy in the sense that it's not some massive anthemic pop song, but it sucks you in just as much and is just as iconic as anything else on the album. I think that Forget You Not is really probably the most listenable song on this album, because you can really listen to it 24/7 nonstop and you will never get sick of it. And Perry knew when she was teasing it with us, she knew that we were gonna love it, and yes, we did. Moving into the top 2 with probably 2 of Little Mix's most iconic songs that they have ever created. I think the number 2 choice is a song that a lot of people, I feel like they don't like it, and I think I've seen some stuff about true mixers not really liking the lyrical content of it. My mixer friends, as I mentioned before, have completely different taste in Little Mix than I do, and I know my number 2 choice isn't that high on their list, and I think that's the case for a lot of other mixers, that this song probably falls in like the middle of their rankings. It's almost like the beep beep of LM5. And my number 2 favorite song on LM5 is Motivate. Motivate is everything I could ever want and so much more. And when Perry was teasing us and she was like, I know you are going to be gagging when you hear this song, she was damn right. Motivate isn't like The Cure or Monster in Me where the ladies are serving vocals, but they are serving life with this song. This song is such a moment. This song like makes me feel a bit dirty when I'm listening to it, but in the best possible way. Motivate for me definitely ranks in probably my top 10 all-time favorite Little Mix songs, so maybe that's a ranking I'll have to do in the future, but really this song is one of my all-time favorite Little Mix songs. There's always a song that is like Motivate on any Little Mix record, which immediately becomes my favorite. Like I've said before, Beep Beep is my favorite song from Glory Days, and it definitely gives me that vibe for LM5, and it's also just like Adidas from Get Weird. There are not enough positive adjectives in the world that could describe how great this song is, besides it is epic and iconic. And that brings us to my number 1 favorite song on Little Mix's album LM5, and epic and iconic are also the perfect segue into this song. If you haven't guessed it already, Wasabi is my number 1 favorite song on this album. Shout out to Jade on this one, because Wasabi is everything I could ever want from my little gay heart and more. There are not a lot of people on this planet that could ever create or deliver a song like Wasabi, and it really just goes to show the talent and the versatility that Little Mix has when it comes to creating fantastic pop songs. Wasabi is such a performance song, and it's a song you can easily see the queens on RuPaul's Drag Race lip syncing for their lives to at the end, because it is just, that is the genre that it fits perfectly within. And the fact that they are performing it live on tour with the fans and serving the choreo, and they are just serving you life with every single second of the song. Justice for Wasabi, and I am so glad that this song truly never blew up, because it is always going to be that one special song that the mixers and the gays can always have, and I just love everything about it. It just makes me so happy. It is so full of personality. They have delivered so many epic award show performances like the ones at the Brit, so I would love to see Wasabi tied into something to really showcase what they have to offer. And that is my ranking of Little Mix's LM5 album, and now I want to hear what you guys have to say. Comment below if you agree or disagree with my ranking, and I want to know, what are your rankings for this album? Put it in the comments and let's discuss the greatness that is LM5. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and also turn the alert bell on, because I will be doing a lot more Little Mix content, and maybe we'll do some more rankings of their other albums. Until next time.